A bit over a week into the job and many letters to council entities later, let's get a report card on Auckland's new Mayor, Wayne Brown, and see what progress he's making. Wayne Brown's with us. Very good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Is it all it's cracked up to be so far?
Well, it's certainly challenging. I kind of expected it to be a bit slow and ponderous and bureaucratic and inefficient, and it certainly measured up to all those ones.
Of the letters you've written so far, I like the transport one yesterday, by the way. It sums up exactly what many people, I think, around the country, not just in Auckland, feel, that we are being dictated to by bureaucrats as opposed to them looking at us and going, how do you live, how would you like to live, and how can we help? Are they going to respond, do you think, to your letter in the affirmative?
Well, they haven't really got much option eventually, but eventually people come around. I'm hoping they will. Last night, for instance, went to a meeting out at Huapai, Kumeu, and a big public meeting out there from a community which are under threat, and sort of a mixture of Waka Kotahi and council staff under the euphemistic name of supporting growth. They seem to want to change the whole town out there and shove it into an area which is flooded. And so, and again, that's kind of forcing unwanted change on ordinary people who don't really want that. And that's another example of it. It was interesting, the media were out there and they reported the fact that I didn't want to talk to them rather than the fact that there was a community under pressure, which is completely bizarre.
Your problem at this particular point in time, as good as you may be at writing letters, you aren't the president, you're just the mayor, and they can tell you to go get stuffed.
Well, that's not going to happen, mate. You wait and watch.
What are you going to do? I mean, tangibly, what are you going to do beyond the letter? Once they resist, as they will, what happens next?
Well, no. I've been busy meeting my councillors over the last 10 days, and they've been elected by the same people that I was elected, and they're well aware of the concerns of those people, and there is broad, very strong support for the stand that I'm taking to take back control of these CCOs so that they do what Aucklanders want.
So you've got the numbers to affect the change you need?
Yes, I've got built I think I'm building a very strong team, a mixture of both left and right, and I've been very clear to point out that I don't want any of that sort of parliamentary nonsense of my team's better than yours and all that in there. We're here for Aucklanders, and they get it. I'm pretty sure they get it.
Okay, so when you tell the head of the development agency, in fact the entire development agency, they can all go, and they don't, how are you going to make them go?
Oh, well, there's a fairly standard process. I mean, they were appointed by the council, and they can be disappointed by the council.
So you're going to sack them?
Well, I want to replace most of them with people who have experience within the industry that they've been put there for. I'm not mad about professional directors who go from one meeting to another and say, hello, what have we got today? Oh, no, it's transport today. Yesterday it was electricity. Those are the sorts of people who are on the boards when I get put into things like Vector or Transpower, who just managed to turn the power off somewhere, but didn't really understand what it was that they were in charge of. So you have, in my view, to be a director of something, you have to have deep experience of the industry that you are directing, not just be a professional meeting attender.
So are you going to let their term expire and then reappoint the people you want, or are you going to move them on more quickly?
Oh, everything has to be done more quickly. You only get 3 years, so I'm busy making use of every day.
Okay. When you say to Watercare to ignore 3 waters, what literally does that mean? Because Nanai's going to be on the phone and there's going to be more emails they're going to put legislation through. Do you expect them to follow your instructions or the government's?
Well, at the moment, there is no legislation. It's just talk.
Yeah, but there will be.
Well, yes and no. We'll wait and see until it is. This is a democracy. And if the people think certain things, ultimately, no matter who's in charge at the top, it's very hard to go against the wishes of the people. And they haven't brought the people with them.
No. I agree with you. I'm on your side. But all I'm asking, I see down the track here for all of your good intentions, unless you actually do something, at some point somebody's going to go, oh, that Wayne, he's all mouth, no trousers.